Hi guys, and today it's time to talk about Wigan 2, Sunderland 1. Can this get any better? So I'm going to run through the starting 11. It was late Birding goal. It was meant to be Conor McLaughlin at right back, but he pulled out injured. So Luke O'Nien came to right back. Then Bailey Wright made his return next to Deion Sanderson. Bailey Wright was meant to be on the bench. Then Hume was at left back. Then it was two in the middle of Josh Scowen and Max Power. Then the three in front of them was Jack Diamond on the left, Ian McGeady in the centre, and John Jones on the right, with Charlie White leading the line. And on the bench was Remy Matthews, Ian O'Brien, Lyndon Gooch, Grant Ledbetter, Callum McFadden, Ross Stewart, and Carl Winchester got called into the bench because of the injury. So let's get started. So the first 10 we put them under some pressure pretty much where we look like we're going to score. I think we did get a goal where it was a nice pass, a nice cross to Ian, from Ian McGeady to Charlie White. Charlie White took it in well, and you think, now come on, let's pretty much go on, because we were the better team for the first pretty much half an hour, I would say, if you get what I mean, and you think, right, now let's just kick on, get a few more goals, and we'll win this game, easily. So we did have another chance from a free kick where George placed the ball across to Ian McGeady, and the goalkeeper makes a good save. But then after that, it all changed. They got their goal where from corners, a set piece again, where it's awful defending, but we're all over the place. Then I think it's Will King that turns logo 9 and smashes it into the net. So it got to half time, and I was thinking, this is the biggest half of football of our season if we want to keep in the top two, if you get what I mean. But we then came out and probably delivered one of the worst performances of our season, where I don't even think we had a chance on goal, if you get what I mean. They did get their goal that would turn out to be the winger, where Onan loses his marker again from another set piece, and then someone cross it, pretty much plays it across, and someone, I think it's Callum Long, that is there to put the ball in the back of the net, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. What does Johnson try and do? The typical four subs. So I think it was Goats and McFadden, Stewart, and Ledbetter, with Power, Hume, Jones, and Diamond coming off, and I thought, well, let's say this one too. For me, the only one that looked like doing anything was Goats. He whipped, not like it was great or anything, he just whipped a few balls, and if you get my main where another thing that might be a bit dangerous. So that is it. We lost game 2-1. They fully deserved it. I mean, we don't deserve to get promoted. I just want to say congratulations, Hull and Peterborough, on your promotions. We will not get top 2 now. We've got 6 games to go. We just now need to win 2 or 3 to make sure that we're finishing the playoffs and give the best possible chance of promotion. I'm not even looking at the table. I can't be bothered because I don't want to be depressed. So like I've just said, I mean, we had it in our hands. When we drew Peterborough 1-1, we had it in our hands with 8 games to go. We have now completely thrown it out of our hands. For me, I mean, I might get criticised for saying this, but if we were good enough to go on a 14-game unbeaten run, we were good enough to finish the job of getting top 2, but now we're not. We're now going to be in the playoffs, and that's going to be our last chance. I'm buzzing the half-league contracts are up, so we can just get rid of them. Burrs, I'm now champion man on Burrs, I want him gone. I mean, scoring, Powers went back to the same player. So I'm going to run through how I think the players did. Burrs, to be fair to him, other than the 2 goals, he didn't have anything to do, but he had nothing to do but put the ball at the back of his net twice, Luke O'Nien had an absolute shocker. That's the problem with him, moving the right back last minute, where he like thought he pretty much playing centre back and it was his fault for both goals. So yeah, Bailey Wright came back and had a sucker. So yeah, Deion Sanderson, although I thought he was one of the only ones that was trying to do something, to be fair, he probably had a sucker below his usual standards. Yeah, Denver Hume, I mean, it was his first start in however many months since the Wigan home game, and he didn't look like any good, if you get what I mean. He was terrible. I mean, my passing was probably better than him, although he's crap. So yeah, scoring, how to score him. Play for Sunderland. The fact that we're paying Josh going to play for us, I'll never know. He is terrible. I mean, like, giving the ball away. I mean, his positional awareness is terrible, if you get what I mean. Like, there's so many times where Josh Gordon puts into trouble. He puts into trouble the first goal on, like, Saturday. Well, to be honest, it was him that scored the own goal. So, yeah, Power didn't have a good game, but I will defend him, although what I've just said again about Power, that it was like his fault, but like he returned to play, but I'll defend him because he was next to scoring a little bit. So yeah, Jones was rubbish. I mean, he might have got past these like man a few times and won a few fouls, but yeah, Ian McGeady, other than the assist, then he might have had the odd moment where he obviously had the free kick and stuff like that, but other than that, he weren't in the game. So yeah, Diamond Axford did have a good game. He was our best player. Like, you wanted to see him do more going forward, but he was lively, winning loads of stuff. His end product probably weren't there, but he was bright and yes, and White, he got his goal. So yeah, on the bench, like I've said, I might get slot for this, but I thought Goats came on. Like, he didn't really beat his man or anything, but he put in a couple of decent, like some crossing where and looked lively. So yeah, Ledbetter didn't do anything. My first thing, I guess, did okay, and Stewart, he's absolutely terrible. I mean, nothing sticks with Stewart. My God, he's terrible. So yeah, so that I mean, before I go, the referee was shocking as well. I mean, it took them about 10 to 15. They must have had 10 to 15 single challenges in that first half. I mean, none got booked. Yeah, and as well, we should have had a penalty. I'm not blaming the referees, but 09, like, sings the ball and someone pretty much kicks him in the head. So yeah. But now I guess on Saturday it's a 12:30 kick-off because of the funeral, like, of Prince Philip's. So yeah, I mean, we've got to show some fight. So yeah, so like we all post in the comments again. I just want to say congratulations to Hull and Paper when you're promoted. Hull, you'll have a great time with us next week. I think your Hull fans watching. I don't know why any Hull fans will be watching. So yeah, so a like, subscribe, view, comment, and say yeah.